Hi Jorge. As part of our course of English Business on the activity number 15, Debate in the Business Context, we should have this talk about assertiveness and its role. So this is going to be our motion, and I think it's appropriate to talk about a little about what is assertiveness and also give the main aspects, and at the end give an example of a real situation using each one of the four styles of communication and how they could affect the results of this interaction with others. So, what do you think about assertiveness, Jorge?
Well, assertiveness for me is the best way to express what do I want. Always keep respect and a correct way in order to have a good conversation or have a good business or any interaction in any topic about the life, the job, or whatever. And And I think that is the best way because you express yourself and you respect the other point of view. And for you, what is assertivity?
I totally agree with you on this point of expressing yourself, and I think that for me, assertiveness it's all of this, all what you've said, but also the perfect tool to get or achieve what you want in the proper way. It's to have an effective communication and not only considering your needs and your what you want, also what the other person wants. It's almost like a win-win relationship. So for me, assertiveness it's trying or establishing your point, trying to have what you want, what you expect, but also trying to search, to find, and also to get this point of the other person. It's like grow together if you want to see it in this way. So
Yes, and it's a very important too because I think that expressing your ideas and your feelings and your feelings it's a very difficult uh, thing. And I think that use the assertiveness in order to improve your interaction or
I lost you for a moment, Jorge. So can you repeat me a little bit what you were telling me, what you were saying?
okay, that I felt that assertiveness is a very important tool because expressing your ideas and your feelings is one of the most difficult things. And I think that if there are a tool that could help you to express your feelings or your ideas, I think that is the best way that you can decide the interaction in order to achieve your goals.
Yeah, that's right, Jorge. And also, I I found really interesting what it was said on the material provided by the course. I think it's very interesting what they say, and something that we must highlight. It's that the person that it's assertive, it's a person that communicates in a clear way that shows high self-esteem, that know what he has, his values, what he knows that he's good on what he's doing, and this doesn't mean that he may think that he's always going to have the reason, right? He can also consider that he maybe it's mistaken, but he's not going to doubt, to dubitate about these aspects. He's going to be secure of what he's saying, and he's going to, in this way to understand the other's rights. So for me, it's really interesting because it's for me like the midpoint between aggressive and passive, and also passive aggressive communication styles. It's like the perfect point. It's I think it extracts the best aspects of each one of these three styles.
Yes, and as you said, always respecting the point of view of the other. So it's a win-to-win play. But well, in order to improve this debate, I think that it would be very good if we give an example and then we are going to try to resolve in one of the different styles of communication. Yeah?
Yes, man.
Do you agree?
I agree. And also,
Okay.
I think we must highlight the things that we can do in order to get to this point, to this ability, because some people may think that assertiveness it's something that most or the people that use this style it's born with, and I think we should highlight that it's not like this. Assertiveness it's also an ability, and as each ability that we can have during our lifetime, it's something that we can develop and we can work in to get better, and it's something that working every day on our actions, on our activities, our daily activities, we can help to develop. It's a very interesting and useful skill that, well known and used, it's going to give us a lot of benefits. So having this into our minds and taking this into account, what kind of strategies or actions you think we can make in order to develop these skills?
Okay, and in order to develop the assertiveness, I think that one important thing is to give the other person the opportunity to express their ideas. Because if you are expressing your opinion, your ideas, I think that the other person have the right to express himself and avoiding. Uh, well, you have to avoid to interrupt him. No.
Yes.
And another point is that you have to show confidence because, as you said, it's assertiveness take the most important thing of all the styles. So I think that this is a particularity of the aggressive style. That the aggressive express their idea. An aggressive person always will have a confidence, and this is an important thing in assertiveness. No? Have this confidence, but always with respect, and always avoiding any kind of trick or any kind of abuse. No? I think that this could be two very important points. And well, I don't know if you have another.
Yes, man. I think that the points that you said are precise, and they are really good points that can help us to reach into this skill level. Talking about assertiveness, I think also that some really interesting points, and that maybe we don't think about when we develop communication every day on every situation, talking about businesses, because maybe with friends or with our relationship it's a little bit different. Like we don't we aren't afraid of saying what we think with our friends, right? Or saying no, I can't, refusing going to somewhere, or saying just what you think because you have that confidence, you're confident about it. So I think what we can highlight and really have to say here, it's like the following points. Like for me, it's really important to take a moment to analyze the situation, getting to know what you feel, identifying this, your feelings, and also trying to identify what the other feels, how he's thinking maybe could help us to know the correct strategy. Assertiveness, it's a really cool tool because it's not only like on the aggressive style that you have to be rude and you have to follow a line to keep into that style. I think assertiveness the really interesting point of this skill is that you have to analyze and know which is the best, um, how can I say this, the best interaction, the best dynamic you should follow in order to have an effective communication. Another thing that I think it's really important, it's knowing how to refuse. Most of the people doesn't know how to say no, and we think that saying no to the others is going to be like rude, and it doesn't have to be like that, you know. Refusing, you should say it like it is. I don't want, I can't, no. But always firmly, but this doesn't mean that it's going to be rude or you have to be like an offense to the others. And maybe the last point that I would like to talk about, it's don't be afraid of what we think and we want to say. This is to complement all the other 2 points. What we think it's important, and it's important to say it, and it could be really interesting trying to travel to our past, our schools when we were in high school maybe, and how many times we just stood quiet and we didn't say nothing because we were afraid of, I don't know, embarrassing situations, rejecting of others. And this is a real cool aspect and skill of assertive people, that they say what they want, they say what they think on a way that is the proper one, and is going to be like no offense to others, and really communicating what they have.
Yes, of course, and as you said, assertiveness is something that you can use in anything in your life, not only in business, not only in your job. It can be used in any kind of interaction. And I would like to finish with this point that it would be very good if you practice your assertiveness in any interaction, in any situation in your day, and be proud of you in any situation that you realize that you have used the assertiveness, because maybe using the assertiveness you have avoided a fight or abuse from another person. So I think that using assertiveness is an achievement in your life or in an interaction, because you are you're achieving goals and having better interaction.
Yes, man. I really get this, and maybe an important point would be like giving this little example of the styles and how they can really affect the results that we can have, that we could have achieved if we take one or the other position about these styles. Like how many times we have seen people that are really good at their jobs, they are really skilled, they are really smart, but they don't have this ability about communication, they don't are assertive, and they are really passive aggressive. They don't like confrontations, they don't like asking for what they want, and they have like a brilliant future, but because of they don't know how to say the things and how to ask and how to communicate, we can see how they lose opportunities and how they get released on the way, and they don't achieve their goals, their dreams, just because they don't know the proper way to talk about. In the other hand, how many times we have seen a person that, for example, wants a promotion on his job, and he's really aggressive, and he thinks that being rude and offending and attacking to the other person, he's going to achieve maybe the job that he wants, or maybe a better offer of this person, and the only thing that he gets is um, reject of the other persons, and losing also these opportunities. So I really believe that assertiveness is the better way to have this, because as I've said, maybe I would like to conclude and close this debate with this. Um, Assertiveness is the best tool because it analyzes the best option, the best way to achieve what we want, taking into account not only what we want, what we think, and how we feel, and how we are. Also, we take into account the other person, and with this, you will have always the best expected results.
Yes, of course. And well, I would like to continue with an example, as we have said. I would like to act a situation and make a context, and then we are going to give a solution with one of the, well, with all of the styles of communication. Okay. Well, would you like to plan the context, the situation, and then I would like to to give a solution in a passive and aggressive way, and then you could give a solution in a passive aggressive, and the other way, the assertive.
Yes,
Okay.
man. Okay, so maybe the example could be the one that I was giving some minutes ago about promotion, getting a job. Your boss is telling you that maybe you're gonna get a job, and he's going to tell you about in some days. But this amount of days pass, and you don't have news. So you really want to know about this job. So, what is the best solution to face this?
Okay. Maybe in a passive person, in a passive way of thinking, um, imagine that I am a passive person and I am thinking, well, I really want the job. I really need money for all my things. But well, they haven't called me. They haven't told me anything. I would really like to know, or I would really like to try more. But I'm afraid. I'm I'm a very I'm a very respectful person, and I wouldn't like to make a problem for this company, and I prefer don't call. I would like prefer stay at home. I don't know. Maybe someday they call me, but I'm afraid to call them. I think that it is the way to think in a passive person, and I think that this could be the solution. The passive person wouldn't call the company, and the passive person will stay with the dude, and they never do anything.
Yes.
And this is the passive solution.
Okay, so maybe giving the aggressive solution, the aggressive weights, maybe thinking as an aggressive person, the aggressive style. It's uh, this person, this my boss told me that he was going to tell me in a few days, and he didn't. And it's like he's not respecting my person, my time, and my job. So I maybe I'm gonna choose to go with him and try to fight a little. And well, this should be maybe his way of thinking. And the only thing that he's going to get is like rejection of his boss, and maybe create a huge problem for a little thing that you don't even know why he hasn't talked with you.
And well, this was the aggressive solution, or no?
Yes.
And finally, the best way, the assertiveness solution, is that, well, I really want the job. I think that, and I believe that I have the abilities to do this job, and I believe and I think that I am the best person who can do this job. So I think and I believe that it's a good way to, well, it's a good way to try to be part of this company. So an assertive person would call this company in a very polite way, maybe asking for the reason that they decide not to call them to call him, and asking for, I don't know, things that they think that he can improve. No, always searching as a way to improve, a way to be better, uh, because, as I said, this assertive person thinks that he's a good person for this job. So I think that an assertive person will try to show these abilities in a polite way and asking for the opportunity because he knows that he is very good for his job. So it's only a way to try, nor being aggressive and not be passive. I think that it will be a solution in this way.
Great, man. So, without any doubt, I think this is the best way, as we have seen on this little example. I think this is the best way to achieve a solution. And just to conclude this debate and this talk, I would like to highlight the 3 points that I found um, on your example of assertiveness into this case, and it's that I found some cool points like self-esteem. This person knows his value on the market. He knows he's a valuable person. He knows what he can do, but also he's really polite, respectful, and honest. So maybe this is the great combination that he respects, he knows what he has, and he just wants to reach his objective without being unrespectful, trying to find the best way to achieve this. So for me, as I told you, is the best way. Assertiveness is a great tool.
Yes, and my conclusion are similar. And for my conclusion, assertiveness is the better way to to interact with other people because you are expressing your ideas, your things, you're expressing what you want, and you are taking in account the other person. You you are polite, you are respectful, uh, you are achieving your goals, but you are helping the other people to make a business and yes, a win-to-win play. So, and I will invite all the people to try to be assertive in all the interaction in your life, not only in your job, not only in the business context. I think that you could be assertive in your relationships with your, I don't know, with your family, with your friends, because it doesn't matter if you have a lot of confidence, a lot of communication with a person. I think that respect is uh, a very important thing that you have to keep in with your relationship. And assertiveness is a tool that gives you this facility to give the respect and, and keep a good relationship. It's a very good tool, so you have to use it.
Okay, Jorge, so let's make this and put into practice assertiveness. So thank you, man. It's been a great talk. So thank you for your time.
Um, you're welcome and thank you for your time too. I think that it's all.
Okay, so see you later, Jorge.
Bye.
Bye.